And so I'd like to introduce our first speaker, Mayor Larza.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us for this. I'm being upstage, I can see. Thank you for joining us for this really important announcement. I want to begin by recognizing and also thanking Councilwoman Rachel Miller for her leadership on this issue, and she's 100% correct. This is being considered at the state level, all the more reason for us to take it up here in Providence. Let's lead with our values, let's be a leader here in Providence and be a shining star for what the rest of the state and frankly what our entire communities can do. So please a big round of applause for Councilwoman Rachel Miller. And the Councilwoman did a wonderful job recognizing all of the folks, all of our colleagues in elected office. From Councilman Correa to Representative Williams to Senator Metz. I want to also thank the United Way, Courtney Nicolato. I want to thank DARE volunteer Malchus Mills. I want to recognize the Vice Chair of the Providence Human Relations Commission, Chase Baptista. We have a number of folks part of this Homes RI coalition, and people that we're relying on to make sure that this moves forward. Lisa Gillette at Foster Forward, Christina Fox with the Coalition for the Homeless, Vanessa Galarza with Providence Housing Authority, and Amy Raynone from Rhode Island Housing. Please a big round of applause for everyone. So there's a few things that I'd like to share. We all know that Providence is in the midst of and has been experiencing a significant housing crisis. You look at the rental housing market, it is as tight as it has ever been. It is very difficult to find a home here in Providence. And as someone who just finished reading the book Evicted, it's important to remember that every one of us who enjoys safe and stable housing, we take for granted what it means to not have safe and stable housing. It can completely destabilize your life, and it makes the search for a next it's okay, big boy. And it makes our lives tremendously difficult from a health perspective, an employment perspective, an education perspective. I believe in a housing first strategy, and this step, as Councilwoman Miller just mentioned, this brick in the path is an important step, takes us an important step to making sure that people are finding safe, healthy, and affordable housing. The second piece is it's interesting what happens in the housing market. The housing market doesn't seem to function like all of the other markets. Typically in a market, if you're looking for very high quality, it's going to be expensive. And if you're looking for very low quality, or if that's all you can afford, it's usually a lot cheaper. But that's not the way things are in the housing market. You take rents in a very, very rundown area and compare them to rents in a much better area, and there's not much of a difference in the cost. Our tenants are extremely cost burdened, and part of the reason for this, to compound the problem of our folks being cost burdened, we know that many tenants, they search for housing within a close geographic radius of where their previous building also was. And so there are so many factors, structural and personal, that limit people to where they can find new housing. And this step that we're taking today makes it so that it expands the search for anyone seeking good, safe, affordable housing. Particularly folks who have rental housing vouchers, folks who are dependent on child support. There are so many reasons why landlords will turn away a tenant who can pay, who will make a great tenant, or for some reason or another they discriminate against them. We are an amazing city on a terrific path, but that's only worth it if every single person gets to be a part of that. And this ensures that more people will be part of the progress that we're seeing in our city. So for all of those reasons, I want to thank you on behalf of all of our residents for being here and for supporting this important ordinance. And I look forward to working together to make sure that we get safe passage and prompt passage in the City Council so we can make it law here in the City of Providence and lead the way for entire state of Rhode Island. Thank you all.